turn you on. There you go. Now, Tom, your microphone is right here.
Where's the push button?
Oh, it's a voice activated. It's always on.
Oh, it's voice activated. Never had one of those.
I had a push to talk in here, but we talk so much. It was just a huge pain in the rear. And this intercom system is extremely good.
Okay, yeah, that's a smart idea. I like that.
Now there's a little thing here. You know what? I think your headset's wrapped around.
I do too.
It is. Here, I'll help you out.
It's wrapped on something.
There you go. Now you got it.
Okay.
There's a little green clip. If you can clip that to your shoulder harness, that would help.
Okay.
And this is a surprise for you. I'm glad. You know, we were looking at the weather, and early on in the week, it didn't look so good. You know.
Nope.
But that hurricane or tropical storm, it went to veer down south, which is good, and gave us some really nice weather. Yesterday was beautiful. Flew all day. Today we'll fly all day.
Yep, it is nice. Last time I was going to fly out of here was Three Rivers Yearly Fair in 1983, and I sat on the ground for the whole time because it never got clear enough to take off.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, the guy that ran the service was really pissed because he's losing money.
Yeah.
See? He wasn't happy, but I said, I'm not taking off.
No, it's Michigan weather. They say, wait 10 minutes, right? I think that's what they say.
Yeah.
Hey, well, let's go ahead and knock out our pre-takeoff checklist here, Tom.
Okay.
I'll have you help me with that.
Okay.
You do the majority. The last thing you want to do in this thing is bring a checklist with you. We have one. It's in the baggage compartment behind me because I have to have it with you in the airplane.
Okay.
But I don't use it because what am I going to do with it? You know, it's going to blow out.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So what I'm going to do is what we do with these non-complex airplanes is we use the word CIGAR, C-I-G-A-R, as an acronym to do our pre-takeoff checklist.
Okay.
C means controls, and so go ahead and move the stick left and right, front to back, and you're going to check for freedom of movement of the control system. Looks like it's all working okay.
Yeah, it feels good.
Feels okay, good. Next letter is I, instruments. I have the identical instruments back here that you have up there. So we'll go ahead and start on the upper left-hand corner. Just set your altimeter at 800 feet. And
800?
we're about 800 feet here above sea level.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
Is that 800?
That's it right there.
That's the first time I touched one in 20 years.
I understand. Everybody moves those backwards. There's a gear in there, and so it goes backwards.
I know where it is.
Next in line is airspeed 0. The ball, just to refresh it, just step on the ball. Again, you're going to need a little bit of right rudder to go right, nothing to go left. Vertical speed indicator, upper right, worthless. You know, the only time I ever use that is in a turn. It's going to tell you kind of what you're trending. You know, is the airplane trending up, or because there's a 4 to 5 second lag to that instrument. So the best thing to do again is look at the horizon.
Okay.
Your tachometer, little odd for most people. Right now it's showing that we're turning about 550 RPM.
Yep.
That needle's going to continue when we add power, continue to the number 0. That little window at the 9 o'clock position will say 1. So that'll be 1,000 RPM. So those tachs, they're electric tachs, they were found in all the fighters in World War II. Corsairs, 51s, P-38s, everything, P-47s.
Okay.
Oil pressure, bottom right's in the green. And your oil temp is a little shy of 25 degrees. We need at least 30 to take off. It's warm. It's warm today, so it won't take long for the oil to warm up.
Okay.
CIG is gasoline right above your head. Last tube. Upper wing.
Up here?
Nope. Straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead. Nope, straight. There it is.
Oh, right there.
Yep.
Got it.
And yesterday, I filled the tank to the top.
Okay.
So we have 3.5 hours of fuel on board. Inside the cockpit on the left-hand side is the mixture control. We don't have a propeller control that you're used to with those other L20s and L19s.
Yep.
Well, the L19 didn't have a constant speed prop, I don't think, but the L20 did.
Yeah, the 19 didn't, the 20 did.
So we don't have a propeller control.
Okay.
So we just have mixture control on the throttle there, and then right ahead of that is a little red arrow that says on or off. That's your fuel valve.
Yeah, I see that.
So and you can see that it's on. A is accessories. We'll check our elevator trim tab is right by your left thigh. You'll see me moving that. And we have dual trim tabs on the elevators back there. So if you want to retrim, absolutely that you can do that. Just keep in mind that if you move that a little bit, it's going to be a lot of bit
Okay.
because there's two of them back there. Most planes only have one.
Okay.
And then the last thing we want to check is this right here. This is our carburetor heat. You can see it here. Carburetor air, cold.
Where is that?
Right here.
Oh, way back.
Yeah, forward for cold, right between the two cockpits.
I can't see it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I know, you got it.
Yeah. And then the last letter we have is R, and that's for run up. Our magneto switch is on the far left-hand side of the panel. We're not warm enough to check the mags,
Yeah, I see that.
but we'll do that at the runway anyways.
Yeah, I always had to do that on the L-19 before takeoff.
Oh yeah. So let's go ahead and listen to the ATIS, the automated transcribed information system here.
Okay.
2.19er, altimeter 29901. Visual approach runway 35 in use. Yes, Airman, runway 23 and 35 Pappy's out of service. Advise on this contact, you have Alpha.
The wind is forecast to be out of the northwest all day today, so.
Kalamazoo Airport information Alpha 15530. Wind 280 at 6. Visibility 10.
280
Ceiling
at 6.
2,400 over cap.
Now that was, they do that at the top of the area hour, so a lot of time you can see this flag right here. It gives you kind of an erroneous reading just because the building's right there. There's the windsock there. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see the flag.
So
I don't see the windsock.
You see that old tower?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
So you know what we'll do here today? Yeah, we're going to use a runway 28. It's tinted crosswind there.
29901. Visual approach runway 35 in use. Yes, Airman, runway 23 and 35 Pappy's out of service. Advise on this contact, you have Alpha.
Alpha. So what I'll do is I will call the ground guy here.
Galaxy 6 with uniform frame of information Alpha.
And then what I'll do, I'm going to have you taxi the airplane to the runway. Now here's the only safety issue we have here, Tom, with this thing. Is anytime your feet are on the rudder pedals, you always want your heels on the floorboards. Just like the L19, L20, we have toe brakes. This airplane has the disc brake conversion. If you apply pressure to the tops of the pedals, you will lock up the brakes and we will flip over on the ground.
Okay.
So as long as your heels are on the floorboards, you don't have Shaquille O'Neal type feet, so you should not be able to get on the brakes.
Yeah, I have normal feet.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and call the tower here.
Okay.
Kalamazoo Ground, Stearman 1, we're at the Air Zoo ramp with Alpha ready to taxi or request runway 27.
Stearman 1, Kalamazoo Ground, runway 27, taxi via Bravo, Foxtrot, hold short runway 35.
Hold short 35 on Foxtrot, Stearman 1. All right, Tom, I'm going to give you a little refresher course on the ground handling of this thing. We'll get out on the taxiway. The taxiway here is really big and wide, except for the fact that we have these pesky taxiway lights.
Yeah,
And they stick up off the ground about 2 feet or so. So if we hit one, it's going to leave a nasty mark. Yeah.
Got it.
So we want to kind of try and keep this thing in the middle. We have to do S-turns. That's the only way you can see where you're going. So what we're going to do here is we go just a little bit to the left, and then you hang your head out the right-hand side.
Yeah, I see.
And then just gently bring her back to the right and hang your head out the left-hand side. All right, Tom, she's yours. You got her. There you go.
Do you pull the stick back? That's what we used to do.
You can do that if you like. This thing, there's not a lot of wind, so it's not going to really do much, but yeah, you can hold on to that.
Oh, those are quick pedals.
Yeah, we'll just keep it really slow here. Just get the hang of it.
Stearman 1, cross runway 17.
I didn't know that you could.
Cross 17, Stearman 1. Yeah,
I didn't know you could taxi this slow.
Yeah, oh yeah. This is what I wanted. I want you to get the hang of what this thing feels like on the ground, because I don't want you to get out on the runway and have to do the takeoff if you don't know what the rudder feels like.
No. I got you. Yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Brand new, back to school.
Yeah, exactly.
I know how that is.
And so the ground controller gave us permission to go ahead and cross this runway. So here up on the next right here, you see?
Take a right?
Yeah, we'll make a right, and then we can cross the runway.
Okay. Yeah, it's been so long since I've been here, it's ridiculous.
When you see this airport from the sky, it's extremely intimidating and confusing because there's 3 runways, there's taxiways going everywhere. It looks like Spaghetti Junction.
Yeah, I flew out of here about 10 times. That was it. Where were we going when we go across?
Straight across.
Straight across.
Now, what's interesting about this is the taxiway on the other side is very narrow. So
I see that.
once we get over there, then we'll just go straight. There's nothing ahead of us.
Okay,
There you go. You see it there?
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, you're doing well. This is actually, to be honest with you, Tom, this is the hardest part of the flight for people taxiing the airplane, and you're doing fine.
Get over
Skyhawk 986 Whiskey Uniform Kalamazoo Tower. Turn left heading 100, runway 23, clear for takeoff.
Boy, you touch it and it goes. You're right. You got to touch it and then neutralize.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd take me about 5 hours. I would feel good.
And what you just said about touching it and neutralize, that's exactly how you land it. Because if you start leaning on the pedal, it's too much.
Yeah,
Because
I
what
gotcha.
behind me, there's what they call idler arms, and the tail wheel cable is on a spring back behind me.
Okay.
So at first, you know, you'll push, and then the spring will stretch, and then the spring starts collapsing, and by that
Do we
time,
go left
yeah,
here?
we'll go left here.
Okay.
And then there's going to be our hold short line right there, 927.
Come on, baby. Come on,
Perfect.
baby. Oh, I'm going to hit
Oh,
here.
you're fine. If you get
Okay.
close, yeah, we're about a couple feet away, you're good.
Okay.
Now, I want you to just, for your confidence level,
Yeah.
I want you to look at the windsock. Do you see the windsock down there?
No, I've lost it again.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh, yeah, I got
See
it.
it? The
I got
wind's
it.
going to be just about right on your nose. So we have no crosswind component. So here's
Okay.
what we do on the takeoff. If you look at me in the mirror here, Tom, I'm going to have you go on out to the runway, the center line, and then you're going to bring the power forward. A lot of times when people fly this for the first time, a little nerve-wracking, they start jockeying on the pedals.
Of course.
What you don't want to do is that, because this thing's
Okay.
going to go straight down the runway.
Okay.
And what'll happen is we'll keep the stick in neutral, and as the airplane speeds up, when it's in neutral, the tail's going to fly first. So the tail's going to come off the ground. When the tail comes off the ground, you remember P factor. The nose is going to go to the left a little bit, just a little tiny bit. But when the tail comes off the ground, she's saying, hey, Tom, I'm ready to go. So just get the airplane off the ground where it's safe, because again, on the ground, the faster you go, the squirrelier it gets. And then we want 75 miles an hour out of it, and then we'll climb up at 75. Now, I will talk you through it. It's not a big deal. It happens extremely slow, but all I need you to know is we're going to have the stick in neutral, and as long as before we add power, we know that the airplane's lined up with the center line of the runway, you're not going to have to really touch the rudders at all. So let's go ahead and what's your oil pressure up there say? I think we're at 30 now.
Let me see. It says
It's about
it says 30, 30, 30, 34.
perfect. So go ahead and slide your feet to the tops of the pedals. That's where the brakes are.
Okay.
Bring the stick back to your lap with your right hand. Gently bring the power up to 1,300 RPM. There you go. Right now you can see on our far left-hand side it says that's our mag switch. It's on both. I'm going to switch from both to left. That's fine. We lost 100 RPM if that. Over to right. Same thing. Back to both. I'm going to bring the carburetor heat in. The carb heat's hot. We're looking for an RPM drop, and we got about a 20 to 30 RPM drop, which is normal. So the airplane's ready to go. All right, you can bring the power on back. Just think, you woke up this morning and you had no idea you're going to be flying a Boeing Stearman.
No, I did not. I wish I'd have done this about 40 years ago.
Then you'd have one, you see. You can bring the power to idle.
Yeah, when I was back then, I would have been, well, 40 years ago, I was in great shape.
All right. So she's good to go. So let me get the, you ready to go, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me call the tower here.
Tom's always ready.
Kalamazoo Tower, Stearman 1, we're ready to go. Foxtrot, runway 27.
Stearman 1, Kalamazoo Tower, left turn on course approved, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, left turn out for Stearman 1. All right, sir, you got it. So slide your feet down, back down to the bottom of the pedals, add some power, and take me on out to the runway.
Yep, never had pedals like this in my life.
You're used to having them side by side.
Yeah, I'm used to, L-19s, Beavers.
Yeah.
They pedal pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, they pedal pretty good because I flew in them for 20 years.
Yeah, you get
right?
used to them, exactly.
Yeah, right.
All right, so here's what you're doing good. Look straight ahead. Now, here's what we do. What mean that power to idle? I want you to look straight ahead, focus on infinity, and out of the sides of your eyes, so corners of your eyes, you're going to see where the runway ends and the grass begins. If you start on the takeoff roll looking left and looking right, the airplane's going to go that way. So we want it to go straight, so I want you to look straight.
I'm looking straight.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, gently bring the power on in. Let's go fly. Sticks looks good.
How much do you put it up to when you get power?
All the way to the stop.
And then back it up about 400 on climb, probably? Okay,
Yeah.
watch me close.
I will. All right, stick right there. There you go. Look, a little bit of right. There you go. Good. Good adjustment. Here comes the tail. Very nice. She's ready to go. Bring the nose on up, and you're airborne. Nice job.
Wow.
Bring the nose up. There we go. Now, get 75 miles an hour out of it. And I'm going to bring the power back to about 1800. So come on back on the throttle time. Nice job.
It's taken me a minute to remember where what is.
I know. Come back a little bit more on the throttle. That's good right there. All right, let's make a left-hand turn here. And you'll notice on a left-hand turn, you're not going to have to use any left rudder. That ball will stay dead set right in the middle. And we're going to make a left-hand downwind departure. So we'll do a 180 here.
If I knew where the airport was, I'd be happy. Oh, there it is.
Just keep on going left.
Okay. Right now, I don't have the airport in my brain at all.
Don't worry about it.
No, I know. It's been too long since I flew around an airfield. Come on, go left, baby.
Well, what's nice about this airport here today, no one's out flying. So the airspace is basically ours, at least for right now. Good. Looking good. So we're going to be doing all our air work on the east side of the airport anyway.
Okay, we got 80, we got 800.
So yeah, bring the nose up a little bit more. So there you go. The climb's best at 75. If you bring the nose up a little bit more, look out here, Tom. You can see your angle of attack. That's about your climbing speed right here. So if you hold this climb angle, the airspeed should decay down to about 75 to 80. And it's going to give you about 400 feet per minute rate of climb. Welcome back. We missed you. You got to start flying again. Flying's fun.
Oh, I know that.
Now, just to get you back in the swing of things, everything down here in southern Michigan is laid out north, south, east, west section lines. And there are roads, tree lines, fence lines. For example, right down below you to your left, north and south road. Let's make a left-hand turn. Let's go up to the north. We'll just do some climbing turns here, left and right.
We're either getting buffeted or I'm doing everything wrong. One of the two.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You haven't flown in 20 years.
I know.
Let's make a right-hand turn. We'll go back to the east. And on this one, you'll have to use good. You have to use a little bit of right rudder with it. Good.
You don't use these much, I'll tell you that.
You know, again, like I mentioned inside, the rudder's so darn big. It doesn't take much. There you go. Good. Nice job. We'll roll out of this. Let's go back to the north. We'll do another climbing turn to your left. And now you can really see all the section lines out here. You know, everything is north, south, east, west. Yesterday I was happy it was like that. Actually, it was 2 days ago I flew. The visibility was like 3 miles. And I'll tell you what, it's really simple to get lost. You know, you can't really see very far, but the section lines really help out a lot. All right, let's go ahead and level off here, and we'll bring the power back to about 1,700 RPM. 1720, right around in there.
What does the speedometer go to?
The airspeed? I don't know, 85, 90 or so. That's good right there. There you go. All right, I'll tell you what, Tom, let's do a 180, right now we're heading to the north, by the way. Let's do a 180-degree turn to your right, and we're looking for about a 30-degree angle of bank turn. There you go. So if we know those wires up there are 45, you can kind of guesstimate what 30 degrees is.
I'm not really getting anything out of the wires. I'm just looking.
Okay, that's fine.
The wires don't mean anything to me right now.
Okay. Just keep it going to your right.
Yeah.
Now, we've lost about 300 feet, so bring that nose up just a, there you go. Just keep it going to the right.
Oh, you want me at 1600?
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine. We start off at 1800. Just keep it going to the right. We'll do a 180.
Okay.
That's 90 degrees there.
That is one powerful little engine.
Yeah, it's not only the engine, but it's got that big old long metal propeller on it. And so, you know, it has a lot of torque. Much more torque than that Bird Dog you flew. Much more.
Yeah. Oh,
Good.
yeah.
All right, that's great. Let's try the same thing to your left. 180-degree turn to your left. On this one, you won't have to use any left rudder at all. You know, when you put yourself back in the mindset that it's, you know, 1942, 1943, and you're 18 years old, you've never flown an airplane before, and this is your first day in an airplane, it's a remarkable feeling.
Yep, I remember my first time up. Well, I flew at West Michigan University first.
Yeah.
I would have got it there, but I didn't finish. That guy scared the hell out of me. He liked to beat you on the head when you did something wrong.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I didn't like that.
No. You feeling pretty good? Feeling comfortable?
Yeah, I'm putting.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll out of this. Now, I want you to look at those wires. We talked about it before, right ahead of you. The wire's directly ahead of you.
Okay.
All right, it's a big V right now.
Okay.
Let's make a 360-degree turn to your left. Put that left wire parallel
with the horizon.
That's 45 degrees. Let's try that now. So that's about 30. There you go, 45, and around you go. Pretty simple. So, you know, again, to get your pilot's license, this is one of the maneuvers you have to do. Wouldn't this be a great airplane and a great place to get your license? You have that 45-degree angle of bank wire right ahead of you, and you have all these suction lines down below you. Perfect. That's with the 270 degrees. Keep going to left. That are 90 degrees to go.
Okay.
Good. Let's try one to your right.
8449 November, maintain VFR.
Same deal. You'll want to use a little bit of right rudder on this one.
Okay. Let me see. I got 90 and I got 800. Okay.
There you go. Good. That would be 90 degrees. 270 degrees. That was 180. This is 270 here. I don't know what that big, hope that's not a swimming pool down there. It's too big for a pool. Green water. Good. That's a 360. Super job. Tom, let's do a 180-degree turn left or right. Your choice. We'll go back to the south.
Okay. Left feels more comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know
Most
why.
people like going left. You don't have to mess around with any rudder.
Maybe I'm left-handed.
You're doing great. That's what's kind of neat about the airplane. We're flying around down here at 800 feet above the ground. Just boring holes in the sky on a Sunday morning, afternoon now. This is good. We'll roll the wings back to level.
Was that 80?
That is, actually that was a 270, so let's go to the right. Just go back this way. This is and I know you can't see your compass there.
I can see the land.
Yeah.
But I can't concentrate on three things at the time, too. It's been too long.
That's because we're guys. Women could do it. They can multitask. They can put lipstick on and talk on the phone and fly a plane.
That's automatic after you fly for a few weeks.
Right.
When you're first flying again, everything's fast.
All right, so go ahead and add a little bit more power for me. I want you to go back up to about 1,800 feet.
Okay.
There you go. That's good power selection. We're climbing right now at about 300 feet a minute. Just hold her here. You can see this thing's kind of a big slug when it comes to climbing. It doesn't have very good climb performance, but let's keep this in mind. With you and me in this airplane at full fuel, we're at gross weight. It's 2,800 pounds right now.
Okay.
So there you go. Here we are back to where we want to be. So you can level off here and bring the power back to about 1720 or so. Now, Tom, the next maneuver we're going to be doing here is a lazy 8. Now, what we're trying to accomplish with this, it's fun, but listen to the airplane. You know, again, you were taught how to listen to it when you fly. This airplane, because we're open cockpit, you can really hear the airplane slow down and speed up. So give me about a 10-degree angle of bank to your left. There you go. Now bring the nose up. Up a little bit more, up some more, up some more. Now, hold it right there. Don't move anything. Hold the stick right where it's at. You hear the engine starting to chug as it goes uphill?
Yep.
Now, when you do these, as she slows down, gravity will pull the nose through the horizon. Now, listen to the airplane speed up. You can really hear it speeding up going downhill. There's 80,
yeah.
85, there's 90. Do you hear the whistle of the wind in the wires?
Yeah.
Good. Roll the wings back to level, and we're going the other direction. Let's try one of those to the right. The only difference here is I'd like you to use a little right rudder pedal pressure over the top. So let's try it. Shallow angle of bank, bring the nose up. Up some more, a little bit more. Good. Hold the stick right there. You can hear the engine chugging. Add a little right rudder here. Downhill she flies. Now listen to it. 80, 85, there's 90. You can really hear it.
See, that doesn't really mean anything to me because I never did one of those in my life.
Really?
Well, that's like being back in flight school. No,
Yeah.
We didn't do that.
Those maneuvers
we did a lot of stuff, but we never
did those.
No.
Those maneuvers, even today, they're on your commercial flight check.
Really?
Yeah.
No, we didn't have back then.
Do you like those?
I don't know. I never did one, so I didn't have any feeling for it.
But do you like those now? Did you like doing that?
No.
No.
I don't have a feeling for it, so how can I like
Okay.
it?
Let's do a 180 to your left or to your right.
Okay.
Now, Tom, I'm going to take you someplace that you're uncomfortable with, and I get it. The stall. Now you got to trust me, okay? It's really fun. But here's the thing: when you learn how to do stalls in like Cessnas, your flight instructor is going to tell you when you see a stall happening, push the stick forward. What you don't want to do in this is push the stick forward because it makes the stall, in my opinion, worse.
Okay.
Okay. So bring the power back to about 1,300 RPM. I'm going to bring the carburetor heat to hot. The carburetor is hot. Now, now I know you've done this. This is fine. Now, gently push put the airplane into a shallow dive. There you go. Now, tell me when you can hear the whistle of the wind in the wires. You hear that whistle?
Yep.
Okay, bring the airplane to level flight. Now listen to it. Now bring the nose up some more. Now you can start to hear the airplane slowing down.
Yep.
Good. Bring the nose up some more. Come on back some more. Come on back some more. Now, here's the stall right here. Watch what it does. You feel it, and there's your stall right there.
Okay, that wasn't much of a
No,
stall.
not at all. Bring the power back in.
We have bigger ones when I did.
Exactly. Look how docile that is. It's really, really nice. And you notice it stalled straight ahead.
Yeah, I did.
It didn't fall off on a wing. It didn't do anything crazy.
Ours fell off and to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, we've all done stalls in Cessnas. Like that Bird Dog is basically the Cessna 170. And Cessnas have horrible stall characteristics because they've been mistreated in the training, you know. They've been... Anyways.
Yeah, the Army was just lower the nose, add power.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the rule.
And that is your brush-up course, left and right, up and down, and I wanted you to go fast and slow, so you start to really get comfortable with the airplane just by sound. Now, when we land here today, again, we're not looking at an airspeed indicator. We're listening to it, because the most important thing is to try to keep the airplane going straight.
Weird. Well, it's a whole different feeling.
Yeah.
It really is. And you're right, this is what I wanted to do the whole time I flew for the Army. Get in one of these suckers.
Yeah, exactly.
Fly up in Canada.
I mean, look what you're, like right now you're flying around at 500 feet, AGL.
That's as high as I like to go.
Isn't life good? Life is great. Look at this. This is beautiful up here today.
Yeah, I could go to Manistee, land at the airport, go to the casino for an hour, come back home.
Yeah,
be one happy dude.
Yeah, win some gas money.
There you go. But you can't get lost going north in Michigan.
No. Yeah. There's a lot of trees up there. I don't really go farther north than Grand Rapids.
Well, yeah, you gotta, well, that's just part of flying. You gotta know, you gotta go for it.
Now, when you were flying, there's an airport right ahead of us, and it was there when you were flying. It's called East Lake, but back then it was called, I think it was called Lake Austin Airport. You remember? It's right ahead of you. It's a little grass airstrip. I know it was there. There's some guys.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, you're gonna fly right over the top of it.
Yeah, I see it. No, I don't remember it at all. Nope. I only flew that airplane. I didn't fly locally. I just was out on a mission and I came home. I never flew locally. Yeah, that's the kind I learned to fly in.
Isn't that grass runways are really, really nice.
Yeah. We had to take off at 350 feet. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, the Kalamazoo Airport is dead ahead, so whatever you like to do, let's make a left or right-hand turn. Your choice. Actually, if you go to the left, it's kind of nice. It's all open fields.
Oh, that's the Long Lake over there?
Long Lake is right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
That I know. I used to live on RS Avenue at the golf course.
Well, let's go to the golf course.
Okay, I used to live over there. After I retired, I lived there for 6 years putting my kids through Western.
Wow.
I delivered oil in Pennzoil trucks.
Station 1 Charlie Zulu, right turn on taxiway Charlie into your hangar.
So, you see here, Tom, you're a man after my own heart. I don't like flying high. I like this.
Oh, no. All the time I was, my whole career, 18 years flying in the Army, Germany, all over the world, Vietnam twice. All we did was, we're always 800 or below. That's where I like to be. Let me see, that's Long Lake. Where's the golf course?
Straight ahead. Now, we are going to be flying off the golf course. I'm certain on Father's Day there's going to be golfers out there. Let's go up a little higher so that we're at least 500 feet above them. So we'll go to 1,300 feet. So we'll climb up another 150 feet or so. There we go. So you like my toy?
Oh, I loved it. Give me about 10 hours in it. And
You do it comfortable, yeah. Now, here's the big difference. You'll see on the instrument panel up there, it says solo from the rear seat only. And so back in World War II, the instructor was actually up where you're at, and the student pilot was back here. Let's go up a little higher, a little higher. I don't want those guys to call the airport. So I'm buzzing near the golf course here. There we go. Now we're up just about there.
Oh, there it is. I finally saw it.
Doesn't look like they're too busy.
I lived in that house right down there on the 16th fairway. The second house from that silver barn.
You must be pretty good at golf then if you lived on the golf course.
No, I'm terrible. I'm a great tennis player. My son's a 4.5. He's really good. I was a 4. I play tennis all day, any day. Yeah, there's where I live, right there.
I have a little air show smoke. I'll give it a little air show smoke here.
Oh, we got smoke coming out.
I'm sorry, that's air show smoke. I'm sorry. I gave you a heart attack.
No, you didn't.
See the tank between your feet?
Yep.
It says smoke oil. I'm almost out of smoke oil, so.
Okay.
The guys down there were looking up at us, so I had to give them a little show.
We had 172s when we were down at Columbus, Georgia. We had to get our flight time in every month when we were on ground duty. And we'd fly those. And you had to wear parachutes, and we flew at night. And the rule was if there any red lights come on, you jump out.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the fire light came on all the time, and I guarantee you, I never jumped out. It had to go on, then it had to be smoke, then it had to be fire before we got out of there.
You know, it's hard to jump when you're at 800 feet.
Well, that was nice of you to let me see my golf course. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You made my day.
Let's make a left-hand 180. We're just about to the extended center line of 3517, and of course Lake Austin is right up there. Vicksburg, this would be, I believe this is Eagle Lake.
Yeah, I think so. Used to go down there all the time to shop. This is pretty country.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I live in Florida, and coming here and flying around for the summer is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm with you. Am I a 180? I think I am.
That's about 180, yeah.
I'm starting to realize what's north, south, east, and west. Another 3 hours and I feel comfortable.
Okay. You have to come back and see me.
There you go. No, I really appreciate this. I never thought I'd ever get to fly in one of these. And it wouldn't scare me after about 2 hours. I'd feel comfortable.
No, you know, the idea is to ease yourself back into it.
Yeah.
And you should see that the majority of the pilots that I take flying, or the people that I take flying, are non-pilots. So it takes, you know, for them, when they're on the end of the runway, they are petrified, let me tell you. But after about 10 minutes of flying this airplane, it's such a sweetheart that they feel comfortable immediately.
And we got a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was taught to do aerial recon and artillery adjustment in an L-19. We could knock out anybody.
Did you have rockets on the wings of the L-19?
No. We had no weapons on the L-19.
Yeah.
The rockets came with the helicopters, sir. But the best thing that ever flew was the L-20, of course.
Yeah.
But I still like the Charlie Horse 3-4, the best flying machine ever built by Sikorsky. I love Charlie Horse 3-4. I could take you out in that and show you some good stuff.
I bet.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was an IP for years, but that was my old life. Now I hope I can still swing the golf club and play tennis.
I hear ya.
Yeah. But I don't have anything wrong with me yet, so I'm one of the lucky ones. I could get my license, just get a physical and fly tomorrow if I wanted.
Well, here's the new thing. Let's make another left-hand turn here, Tom. Here's the new thing. There's something out there in the world called light sport. Have you heard of that before? You don't need to fly with you don't need a medical anymore to fly.
No, I didn't know about it. You mean with ultralights?
Well, it's not so much ultralights. Ultralights are certainly part of that, but like that little rocket champ that we have on the ramp there,
Yeah.
that qualifies for light sport. So as long as you're healthy enough to drive a car, you're healthy enough to fly a small airplane.
You're kidding.
No.
No, I'm not up to date, obviously.
I'll write it down for you when you leave and get on the internet. You can read about it, and
Well,
it's actually meant for you. You fly. You know how to fly, because we need more people flying, planes, or else it's all going to go away someday.
I know. I thought when I started in '60, when I retired, everybody would be flying airplanes all over. That's what we predicted.
Yeah.
And when I got out, there was 10, 15 years of Vietnam and this and that, pilots all over. I rode Canada, I rode every place in the world, and everybody said the same thing. Oh, we've had John for 30 years, and he's still flying. And you couldn't get a job if you tried. So I gave up and didn't fly because you couldn't afford to fly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tried for a year to get a job any place in the world. And I have nothing on my record. I never had an accident.
Right.
So my record was good.
Well, here's what I'd like you to do. We'll start heading back towards Kalamazoo. It's hard to see it.
Is that over there?
Exactly. There's the Pfizer plant's there. So we're going to land on runway 27. Let's go up to about 1,500 feet.
Okay.
And so I'll call the tower when we get a little closer. And what they'll say, what they'll tell us to do is enter left base for runway 27.
Which means I got to go over on this side and
No. It'll, you won't have to
I
really...
go up here and go right.
Exactly.
Okay. Did you say 1,500?
Yeah, 1,500. That gives us, so we're at 500 feet AGL now. We'll have to go up to 700 feet AGL. And then you'll see how fast this thing comes out of the sky. I've been monitoring the radio. I haven't heard any airplanes depart or inbound yet.
I haven't either, but I don't know if I'm on it.
Oh, you're on it.
Okay.
You'll be able to hear it as well.
All right.
All right. Now, up this high, you can probably see the airport a little bit better.
Yeah, I think
So,
I see it.
our runway is right over there. If you want to make a little bit more of a right-hand turn,
Yeah, that's right. We're going to land
we'll
that
land
way.
on 27, and you can bring the power back to 1,700. Let me give him a call. Kalamazoo Towers, German 1. We are about 4 miles southeast, inbound landing, runway 27.
Steamer 1, current wind just picked up a little bit, 3308, gust 14. Would you like runway 35 instead?
Yeah, 35 is good.
Steamer 1, runway 35, clear land.
Clear land 35, German 1. All right, so we're going to land runway 35. So there's no traffic at all. So just stay at this altitude here.
Okay. My only question is, I know what I do in all the airplanes I fly, but what do you do if it's 30 gusts and 50? How do you adjust the pedals or anything on this thing to land?
Yeah, I wouldn't land. I hope I wouldn't be flying, but if I caught myself in something like that, this airplane can't handle any wind like that. And so I'd put it into a field someplace. You know, grass is a lot safer to land on than pavement.
Yeah, because we used to land and fly in that a lot of the time. You know, I flew in that stuff a lot.
So this road right up here, do you see it down below to your left?
Yeah.
That's east-west. Yeah, let's follow that road. So basically right now you're on a right base for runway 35. And you can bring the power back to about 1,600 RPM.
Woo.
A little updraft there.
I don't know how I got it there.
They're all right. Mother Nature pushing you out.
Well, I still can't go. I'm just starting to look when you say something and see the instrument.
Okay.
It's been too long. It takes me a minute to figure out where I am. Thank God they have the throttle control on the left and the stick in the middle.
Exactly. So you have the airport obviously on your right, correct, Tom?
Yeah, I see it there.
All right, so we're going to land on the long runway. And
this one right here?
Yeah, he said that the wind shifted over to 330.
I was going to say, that looks north to me.
Yeah, and so we'll go down there, and there's a little windsock on the end of the runway. And if I don't like it, because a lot of times what they're saying and what the windsock's saying are two different things.
Okay.
So if I don't like it, I'll just go around. I will go circle around and land on 27.
So am I going downhill?
Yeah, it's perfect. You're doing great.
Okay. I'm gonna land there, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll make believe you're not here and I'm by myself.
Yeah. So we don't need to land on the first part of the chevron.
Okay.
I was always taught that if the engine quits you, you better hit the airport. But your power is fine.
I'm just doing it by sound.
Yeah,
like
you're doing
you
great.
said. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, you're right. This gives you the
6 gust 14.
This gives you the itch again.
All right.
I'm getting an
So we'll
itch
bring
for
the
it.
power back here. Now, remember we talked about listening to the whistle of the wind in the wires?
Yeah. That ain't
Now
gonna
you
happen.
can really hear it.
That ain't gonna happen for me right now.
Yeah, we should have not listened to that guy. I can see the wind, so I'm going to take it from here.
Okay, you got it.
So this is when on a crosswind. This is kind of what you do.
Okay.
I add a little power. This thing's so darn long. You see the windsock to your left?
Yeah.
And got the wing down. I'm
Yeah.
going to add a little power and make sure it's not drifting.
No, you're just doing it by feel.
Yeah, and I listened to it. Now, not once did I look at the airspeed indicator, because
Like
I could hear it.
Like I said, I need about 5
Cameron 1,
hours.
left Bravo 3 into the ramp.
Bravo 3 at the ramp, different one.
Here we are. If yeah, 5 hours, and I would have the feel of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt great though. Actually, coming in felt great for a second.
So I thought their approach was perfect. The best thing for, if we wanted to do that is to go find some, if you wanted to get checked out.
Some field, yeah.
Yeah, grass field, and go shoot some landings on grass,
I
and
know.
then you come over to here. Like,
That's what they did in the L-19 in the Army with us. They brought us out and flew. Once we were solo, 6 months we flew with them, and then we were solo the second 6 months, and all the fields were about 700 feet long in trees.
wow.
And we had to go over the trees, cut the power, put the 45-degree flaps down, and get it in there, and then take off the opposite. It was amazing. Well, thank you.
Did you have fun?
What's your first name again?
Rob, ROB.
Rob?
Rob.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You got it.
No, it thrill of a lifetime.
Good.
This is what I've always wanted to fly.
They're
but I
all
never
waving
did.
at you.
I know. I always wanted. I didn't want them to let them know I wasn't doing this. I'm proud. I'm proud. No, this was fun. Thank you. My son was very nice to do that. Never thought I would ever fly in one of these. Never.
Yeah.
I thought these days were gone. You
What?
know?
Yeah, and it's neat that your whole family's here to kind of witness this whole deal
Yeah,
too.
I know. I got a boy and a girl. They're both nice. Son-in-law's great. I got a good family. Yeah. And my grandson there, he's going to have a baby 30 July, Alex.
Perfect.
That's my son's son. So, yeah, and my daughter, the daughters love you to death. The daughters love Dad. Can't ask for a better daughter.
All right. Great job.
No, that was fun. Thank you.